Hello folks, today here in El Canal de Chano Jose we're going to show you how to make a pressurized ammo box, and for that we're going to be using a drill, some drill bits, and we're going to be using these high performance tire valves, or these are to put on the wheels so you can put air. But the good thing about these is that you can screw, once you have a hole on the box, you can put this through and screw them in, and they can tighten themselves down and create a good seal. So we're gonna show you how we do this, and we're gonna show you how to make this ammo box to be able to be pressurized. And first of all, we're gonna take these out of the package, and we're gonna find out how much of a hole we're gonna have to drill into this box, so we don't end up with a bigger hole or a smaller hole, especially bigger hole, and we can accommodate these right into the box without having to dispose it and get another box. So with that, we're gonna see what kind of drill bit or what diameter we're gonna have to drill the hole for to make this valve stem fit through it. So the reason we're using these valve stems is because these can be screwed on, and these gaskets seal, and they create they don't let the air out on a tire, so on a wheel. So we're gonna be using them on the ammo box for this purpose. You put it through the wheel, and then we put this gasket, we put the washer, and then we put the nut on the outside, and this body of the wheel will be right between here. It will sandwich it and create a seal, and you just tighten it, and then we can put air or take air out of this. And once you don't want to use it, or you don't like those wheels, you can take this one off and reuse it again, because these are reusable. You can just unscrew them and reuse them again. So we're gonna be drilling the hole of about 1332s in the top, so that way the stem ends up like this, and we don't, in case we set something around the box, we don't break it or bend it, so we know that this is gonna be right on top of the box. Now we have done the hole, drill it out, and then we're gonna put the valve stem through it. So there it is, folks. We have the box with the stem on the top, so that way when we carry it around, it doesn't hit anything on the side, and it's thicker sheet metal in the top. So I want to show you. There it is. So once we cover, we have the stem. We put pressure into it, and we'll see how well it seals this box. And with this stem, we're gonna be able to tell how well this gasket on the cap seals, because these are supposed to be watertight for the ammo. When they're inside, moisture shouldn't get in there. So we're gonna put pressure inside and see if we're gonna test it, if there's any leakage from the inside out, and that's gonna tell us how much pressure. We're gonna put so much pressure into it, and we're gonna see if it can hold up to how much pressure this body or this gasket on this ammo box. So we're gonna put it to the test. At this point, we have 15 pounds of pressure inside, and we're gonna see if we have 15 pounds inside there. We're gonna use the gauge, and we don't recommend doing it. This is just for experiment only. See if our ammo box can be pressurized and it can hold the pressure. So as we can see, there was no pressure held in the box. It might be just 1 pound or 2, but we're gonna push the stem and see if there's any release of pressure in this box. It might be like 1 or 2 pounds in there, but we're gonna, before we open it by hand, we're gonna make sure that there's depressurized for sure. Now we open it and we know that there's no pressure inside there. And well, we can see there was no pressure held back in this box, so this experiment failed. The box probably has a bad seal around it, or the stem is bad, but there was no pressure in the box. Not even, we put 15 pounds of pressure yesterday, and it's been about 24 hours since we did that, and today there's 0 pounds of pressure, so this failed. So this was just an experiment, and we don't recommend doing this, but this was just to show you if an ammo box can be pressurized. So this was a fail. So hopefully you find this info useful, and we'll see you soon with more videos here in el canal El Chano Jose.